welcome to the Alternative Investor. Despite volatile cryptocurrency prices during 2020, Bitcoin has been resilient during the global economic downturn. To unpack some of the key highlights for the crypto this year, we're joined by Marius Rates, who's Luno's General Manager for Africa. Marius, thank you so much for your time this afternoon.
Thanks, Nastasia.
So let's look back at the year that was for crypto. I mean, just breached 20,000 just recently, end of November. When last have we seen those kinds of levels?
Yes, over the last 24 hours, Bitcoin reached a new all-time high price, and it's currently trading around $22,600. And we last experienced prices near the $20,000 mark towards the end of 2017. So it's been a 3-year bear market where after the previous bull market cycle, the prices got down, and then since then we've been in a 3-year period. Since the beginning of this year, we've been in a bull market again, and the prices have increased after the initial price drop in March this year, where the Bitcoin price dropped down to 80,000 Rand. We've seen a gradual increase in the price over the last 9 to 10 months again, and now currently in Rand terms on Luno, Bitcoin is trading around the 340,000 Rand mark.
I mean, what has happened in the space in the past 3 years? How has the currency, or perhaps even other currencies, evolved?
Yes, I think if we look at this year specifically, and then I think also given the global macro environment, Bitcoin has increasingly become prominent in the world as a potential hedge against inflation, with many new investors over the course of the last two years. Many new investors entering the cryptocurrency industry and buying Bitcoin specifically as a hedge against longer inflation. And we've seen Bitcoin recently featuring in investor notes around the world, the likes of Citibank and JP Morgan and several other Wall Street fund managers, all pointing to Bitcoin as an alternative store of value, and all seeing Bitcoin as an emerging safe haven asset. So over the last 2 to 3 years, we've seen more cryptocurrency platforms offering consumers the option to buy cryptocurrency with the local currency, with the local rands. So that's still one of the areas where we need a lot of improvement. It's not as easy as simple for people yet around the world to buy Bitcoin. We've seen regulators come to the fore, putting out clear guidelines and clear position papers. Same in South Africa, the South African Reserve Bank also earlier this year put out their position paper. And 2 or 3 weeks ago, we saw the FSCA, the Financial Sector Conduct Authority, also coming out saying that the intention is to require all cryptocurrency intermediaries to be licensed as financial service providers, which is a move that we welcome at Luno. So I think, overall, over the last 2 to 3 years, it's become easier and safer for consumers in many respects to buy Bitcoin through more options. Regulations have provided clarity to investors, to prospective investors, and to banks, etc. So I think, we've had good momentum over the last couple of months.
I found it very interesting to know that South Africa ranks 3rd globally when it comes to cryptocurrency ownership. When you look at that fact, I mean, what do the numbers say, or the stats say from your side, in terms of what customers are using cryptocurrency for?
Yeah, I think so previously people mostly used cryptocurrency for speculative purposes. So people bought crypto, took a bet that the price will increase in the short run, and then I think they can sell it for profit. So it's pure speculation. Over the last couple of months, we've seen a more sophisticated class of investor entering the market, the people buying Bitcoin for longer-term investments. So I think, while we still have a lot of people speculating, taking a bet, the price will move up. A lot of people have set aside 5-10% of their total investable income, and they're taking long positions. So I think the speculation and investment use cases, that's been the flavor of the market over the last couple of years. But then in SA and also Pan-Africa, we've seen more people using Bitcoin as a means of transacting. We've seen people in certain countries where there's shortage of hard currency, people have turned to Bitcoin in order to continue doing business, especially during these difficult last couple of months. So while we're not expecting people to adopt and to start transacting in Bitcoin, we've seen some early signs that the technology can sustain the volume. We've seen some early signs that perhaps it provides a better alternative to the current SWIFT system that people use to send money across border. And I think, as more people start to become comfortable with Bitcoin and also start to interact with the system, the more network effects we will see. And once we reach that point, we will see Bitcoin as a payment system becoming more widely used.
Marius, let's leave it there. Thank you so much for your time. That's Marius Rates, who's Luno's General Manager for Africa, talking to us about the crypto industry and what's happened in the year 2020. I'll be back tomorrow with Books on Point. More news with my colleague Nzinga Kunta at the top of the hour. Your weather details are up next. So goodbye from me.